What's
An epic wipeout, that's what.
It's about $32 billion has been just evaporated. It just goes up in smoke, really.
The man at the centre of this smouldering wealth crater, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, better known as SBF. His was the classic tech bro success story.
He drives a Toyota Corolla, he lives with 10 roommates, and sometimes sleeps under his desk.
Fried taking just 3 years to turn FTX into the world's second biggest cryptocurrency trading platform. But it was all built on supremely wobbly foundations.
Essentially, you've got a hedge fund and a crypto exchange, FTX, that were owned by the same owner, and that owner has commingled the funds that let's call it borrowed from the exchange FTX. We're not sure where they are.
On top of that, suspicions FTX was manipulating the value of its in-house currency, FTT.
They printed a coin out of thin air, and they said it was valuable.
Once rumours of funny money started to spread, the House of Cards collapsed within a week.
This has the appearance of a bank run. There is a panic that people who have assets within FTX would not be able to withdraw it, and so they all rush for the withdrawal window at the same time.
SBF issued an R-rated mea culpa.
I'm sorry, I up.
And the cops seem to agree, investigating claims SBF smuggled billions of customers' dollars out of the exchange before it went belly up. The meltdown sent shockwaves through the crypto community.
Bitcoin down 8%, Ethereum down almost 10%.
It's undeniable that this is a black eye on the crypto industry.
But while it's the biggest, it's far from the first implosion of its kind.
We've seen the collapse of Three Arrows Capital hedge fund. We've seen the collapse of Terra and Luna. This is not going to be the last insolvency in the crypto ecosystem.
Well, despite all that, crypto podcaster Tracy Plowman is feeling positive and she joins us now. Tracy, how would you sum up what's happened here?
Oh, gee, that's a big question. Look, I have been spending more time than I care to admit over the last few days listening to this scenario, and I still can't get my head around it. It is a really big story and more plot twists than a whole season of Melrose Place. But what we have to remember is that there's a lot of people, a lot of companies that have all lost a lot of money in this, and so let's spare a moment for a lot of people that have lost a bit of money here.
Yeah.
Some we have sympathy for, some, Trace, come on.
Look, you're hearing about these Tom Brady and Giselle that have lost all their money, but there are a lot of other people. I myself had money on the exchange, Monday last week and was able to get that money off, but a lot of people who weren't able to. And I think there's still going to be some twists and turns to this story. But I think we have to remember too that this is a centralised exchange, and this was something that, if we look at it, this is what crypto was set out to try and stop at the very beginning.
And this is purely just what I've been reading about this. This particular exchange was considered probably the most reputable in the crypto exchange world. SBF was considered a safe pair of hands. He was more pro-regulation than other people. He was the reliable one. And then this has happened in a weekend. I mean, when you put all that together, is this the end of crypto?
Oh, look, I don't think it's the end of crypto, no. But you're right, Sam Bankman-Fried was somewhat of a white knight, and he was helping a lot of other people in the industry who seemed to be in trouble. A lot of people within crypto, including myself, we're devastated because this really is a slant and a slight on crypto, and we feel devastated watching this play out because when crypto started out, Bitcoin all those years ago was there because of, bad actors and industries like the banks who were full of corruption, who were taking user funds and misusing those. And that's happened here within our industry. But this, again, was a centralised exchange. And we've got something which is decentralised finance, or DeFi. I think that can be our saving grace here. And I hope that, people will still look towards DeFi.
How'd you get your money back?
Well, I held some of my money on FTX. I believe in looking after your risk, and my risk mitigation was having some money in different areas. So what happened with FTX, your money was frozen by, I think it was Thursday. I had an inkling things weren't quite right, the way this all played out on the Monday, and took my money out. The thing with this FTX saga was that it all played out via social media on Twitter. So it really was very public, and anyone that kind of half understood crypto could see the way things were going. But again, this was the second biggest crypto exchange in the world where you thought perhaps your funds were safe, and unfortunately they weren't.
Tracy, thanks so much for your time, helping us get our heads around it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.